Good evening, parents. Welcome to the second year of our virtual format of Back to School Night. My name is Danny Joseph, and I am your child's 10th grade English teacher. So, allow me to give you a brief introduction and overview within the next 5 minutes to 2021 2022 10th grade CP English framework and a little bit of specifics and some contact information at the end of our presentation. 10th grade English is American literature, is what students are studying. And within that, I'd like to get, a variety of different eras of American literature, all tied through with some essential skills and themes that we weave throughout our study of diverse texts. So, some of the key texts that we'll touch on throughout this year include The Hate You Give, a contemporary young adult novel, which we're reading at the moment in class. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Early Autumn by Robert B. Parker. Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And we'll also take a look at some transcendentalist literature with Emerson and Thoreau, as well as potentially tying that in with the investigative novel Into the Wild by John Krakauer. Along with our core text, we have some essential questions for 10th grade English throughout the year. Notably, how does American literature reflect and influence one's identity? So students place themselves in that conversation, whether the literature is a window or mirror to the elements of their personal identity. To what extent is American literature our cultural voice, and how can it be used to make social statements, and how has it been utilized to impact change throughout its inception? And what does American literature say to us about race, gender, class, and aspirations? Along with our content aims, the literature discussed in class, of course, notably, we have our essential skills for the year. One of which is close reading and correctly interpreting the text and coming up with key takeaways and being able to analyze the literary devices that are present in the literature that we read. Our core writing skill is synthesis, which culminates in a sophomore synthesis project that all sophomores at Wellesley High School participate in, which weaves together several different styles of writing, including personal, summative, and analytical. So it's a lengthy project, which we spend the bulk of quarter 4 on, but it's great because it involves student choice and voice, and weaving together these different formats of writing, which of course enhances, organization and cohesion as well. Furthermore, we have selecting and integrating strong evidence, which we practice today, selecting and integrating quotations. Of course, our writing fundamentals, constructing strong topic sentences, writing a well-structured evidence paragraph, and organizing and using transitions to aid in the flow and structure of one's work, writing to scope and purpose, and of course, our core fundamentals of grammar, syntax, and developing these tools to add to your students' writer's toolbox. Grading system for my class is based on a percentage weights. So you can see the weight that's offered to each category. Essays and projects, 30%. Homework, 20%. Quizzes, 20%. Class effort and participation, 30%. And I do encourage rewrites on papers, as English is about not necessarily perfection, but about improving one's skills and taking feedback and utilizing it to push your skills forward. I do have many grades in class. There's a participation grade, in fact, for each class that's designed to give students feedback on learning goals as well as their active participation in our daily sessions, which I think is also an effective motivator for students. More importantly, what makes a successful student in my class? What I stated before, it's simply someone who's trying, looking to push their skills forward, not about perfection whatsoever, but someone who's engaging in our discussions of literature, trying to push their writing skills forward, taking stock of their strengths and their areas of challenge, and pushing those forward. On a personal note, these are my kids, Joshua and Mia, 4 and 2 years old, respectively. As a parent, I'm not at the level of constructing the 5-paragraph essay or analyzing literature with my kids, but certainly, appreciate wanting the best for your child. So I implore you all to contact me throughout the year because this is a collaborative process. Thank you for your attention and hope you have a great night. Take care.